Hi and welcome to a new video. Thank you for all the comments and suggestions in the last video. I thought today we're doing something different. You suggested that I should have a look at Gypsy Lost's Instagram account, how to emulate it. And I thought we're going to do something special, not only to look at her edit style, but also how she takes pictures. So step one is to analyze, and if we go through her Instagram account, a few things comes to my mind that a lot of her pictures were shot on a wide angle lens. So if we go through her website, we see that she uses a 24 or a 35mm lens for landscapes and lifestyle shots, and that she also has an 85mm for portrait shots. Second thing that I thought of, almost all of her pictures look really clean and really clutter-free. Look for a clean environment, like just simple backdrops, sand beach without people. Get stuff out of your frame, make it clean, make it simple. Then the third thing that I noticed is that she's using a pretty wide open aperture between f2.8 or f4. So if we look at one of her sunset pictures, we see that the sun is really mellow, really circular, and that's only achieved by a wide open aperture. You don't have that kind of sun if you stop down and close down your aperture to like f16 or f22. Go and use a wide open aperture. So let's switch to Lightroom for the edit. Alright guys, first thing I do is set the exposure to appropriate amount and then set the right white balance. Next thing I do is straighten the horizon, and after that I'm adding a little bit of contrast with the S-curve in the tone curve area. So look around for the S-curve, S-shape. Next thing, I'm trying to set a split toning. So I saw a lot in her picture that she got a little of purple highlights, so I try to emulate and then play with the saturation, looks like with 100%, and pull it down to a subtle amount, and then do the same thing with the shadow area. The next part I do is sharpening. I like to go to the camera calibration and play around with the colors. Go to the extremes, as I mentioned in my last video, and then tone it back. So next thing I add is a graduated filter and pull down the highlights in the sky. Not too much so that it clips, but just give a bit color back and information back. So next thing I'm gonna do is pick a brush, just to give the sea a little bit of more bluish color. So I paint all over it, regardless of the couple, and I delete the color over the couple a little bit later. And what I also do is pick an extreme color, like extreme blue, and then tone it back a little bit later on. So I go back to around 20%. Take a new brush and brush over the sand to add a little bit more of a pinkish color. Make it a really subtle change. So the next thing I do is add a little bit of a vignette. Give it a little punch of darkness around the corner. And the next step I like to do is to check the details in the image. And here I found like a spot where I didn't paint over the sand, so I paint over the sand. So I didn't like the color of the sand, so I tried to find another color and tone it back a little. I want to give it a little bit more of a orange tone. And next step is just to erase every distraction in the image. So as I mentioned, keep your frame tidy and everything that shouldn't be in the picture. Lightroom has a perfect function just to erase that. Now I select the graduated filter again and add just a little bit of color again and tone it a little bit back. Now I think we're pretty much done, although the shadows in the image are a little bit too dark, so I pull up the shadows. Also, I'm correcting a little bit of the S-curve to my taste. And at the end, I'm just correcting colors. And here it is, the final image. So let's recap what we've learned. So use a wide-angle lens first. Second, keep your frame tidy. And thirdly, use split toning for special effects to get that kind of look that she has. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and I see you in the next video. Bye guys.